world that your grandparents and your parents grew up in no longer exists. The safe path of going to school, getting a degree, and then working a job until you retire is no longer the safe path. It's no longer the reliable path. And it's one of the worst plans that you could have if you want time, location, and honestly, life freedom. And at the same time, 20-year-olds all over the world are making more than a doctor's salary with a simple skill set online. And for the exact same reason that you clicked on this video is the same reason that the younger generations are losing faith in this traditional system. And like all trends, when something starts to crumble, something else has to take its place. And right now, because of that, life-changing opportunities are presenting themselves to those that are smart enough to take advantage of them. The self-education industry is expected to be worth over $8 billion in 2024 alone, and it is rapidly growing. This means that everyone that sells coaching, courses, education, and even information is cashing in on what we like to call the modern day gold rush. And this is where the opportunity of a lifetime comes in. This new business model does not require any experience, a degree, or even a large amount of starting capital. It can be even done part-time while you transition from a school or a 9-to-5 job. And it allows you to cash in on the $8 billion a year self-education space without even needing to start a complicated business. So look, if you clicked on this short video, it's because you want to make money for yourself and you want to live life on your own terms. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to earn as much as $10,000 per month online with nothing more than your laptop or your phone. By the way, stick to the end of this video because guys, I'm going to be giving you our 10K framework handout. This exact framework is responsible for thousands of people that we've directly taught making 6 figures a year from the steps on this framework. So make sure you stick to the end, and we're going to go ahead and give that to you guys for free just for watching this video. Just like Noah here, he says he signed a $1,500 coaching client using the framework. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to make you a millionaire overnight, but before we get started, I want to show you real results from people that have gone all in on this beginner-friendly business model. This is the same business model that helped Kishan make $30,000 last month and buy his dream car, a brand new BMW M4. It's also the same business model that helped Tret move from the woods in Pennsylvania to Tulum, Mexico, while making $20,000 a month from his laptop. Oh, and he's only 21 years old. And it's the same business model that helped Zach make $5,000 profit in a single day. Or 15-year-old Russell, check the date on this as well, make his first $10,000 month exactly from this beginner-friendly business model. These people all share one thing in common. All of them started with zero experience or connections. They were brand new. And if they can do it, so can you. So if you're ready, I'm going to show you exactly how to make $10,000 a month within the next few months. This roadmap is so complete and so surefire that I've seen thousands of people use it to make $10,000 a month within anywhere from 30 to even 90 days. There are 3 reasons that this model works so well before we get into the details. It doesn't require any prior experience. It's inside of a rapidly growing industry, and it allows you to cash in on what we call the creator economy. So what is a beginner-friendly business model? Because it's very important that you understand this and you don't make the same mistake that others make. Well, there's 2 ways to start an online business, the right way and the wrong way. And guys, I can tell you the wrong way because I did the wrong way for years before I ever got success. This is typically what people do. They pick the shiny object, business models like dropshipping, TikTok, Amazon FBA, trading, and so on. And I'm not saying that these don't work because they do. I have friends that do all of these and they crush it. However, these require lots of startup capital, time, and 100 different skills. That is the wrong way. When you choose the wrong way, you often get frustrated, you lose hope, and you give up and never achieve your dreams. The wrong way is playing the game of business on hard mode opposed to easy mode. And I don't know about you guys, but I always want to make money as easily as I can. I don't want to make things hard just for the sake of making it difficult. When in hindsight, you could have just played the game on easy mode. So when you choose the right way, you learn real fundamental skills, you chase simplicity instead of complex business models, and you create insane cash flow and keep 100% of the money that you make. Instead of me telling you this, guys, I want to show you. So, beginner-friendly business models. I just want to compare a few here of the most popular models online. We have dropshipping, Amazon, growth operating, and the secret business model that I want to show you in this video. So, you can see here, we made a very simple graph, and this is very transparent. It's very realistic on the reality of starting these businesses. Dropshipping, you can make a lot of money with it, right? Your ceiling is very, very high. However, you have to have startup capital. And if you're a beginner, you probably don't have that. It's also very difficult because there are 100 different skills involved, from sourcing product to building a brand to the graphic design part to running ads to fulfillment, logistics. There's a lot of moving pieces. And your profit margin at the end of the day is not that great. You're only looking at 10 or 15%. It's very complex. Amazon takes even more money to start. It's very, very difficult. You're dealing with a lot of competition because it is the largest e-commerce platform in the world, and your profit margin is extremely low. Then we look at something like growth operating, which has popped off in the recent months. You don't need a lot of money to start it, but it's hard. You're going to someone trying to convince them to give you 50% of their business to set up a school group for them. Guys, in reality, that doesn't work. And you're splitting that profit with them, let alone the cost that you have to incur to fulfill the service that you're even doing. But the best business model that I want to show you takes zero startup capital. It's very easy. It's 100% profit margin. And it's probably the most simple, least complex business model that I've ever come across in my time as an entrepreneur. Guys, simple scales while complex and fancy fails. This is a rule that I've lived by, and it's a rule that has made me millions of dollars at a young age. I tried the complex things, I tried the fancy things, and it didn't work for me. Now, before I show you the business that is making 20-year-olds a doctor's salary online, let's look at the state of the traditional path. Because I'm not going to fearmonger you, and I'm not going to tell you, oh, the traditional path doesn't work, so you have to do this. No. That is a fact. But the fact that that is happening is creating the golden opportunity that is right in front of you, and is the easiest way that you will ever make money in your life. So the traditional path, you go to college, you take out $50,000 to $200,000 of student loans, you get a degree that doesn't mean anything relative to the skill and value to the workforce, and then you work your way out of debt and retire at 65 on pennies. I don't know about you, but that is not how I want to live my life. More and more people have woken up to this scam in recent years. So I'm sure you have, obviously you're watching this video, but our generation specifically, the younger generations, even the kids that are in high school right now, they realize that college is not the best method or the best path for them to go down. And that leads to the rise of self-education info products. So what are info products? An info product is a product based around information. So courses, coaching, consulting. Guys, people need information. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. So if they're not going to school, they're going to seek out that information in other places. Similar to when the Greeks were around. You didn't go to school. You found a mentor. You found somebody that would teach you a trade or a skill or a philosopher that would teach you how to think about life and how to actually go about becoming an adult. We don't have that anymore. So if college fails, people are going to seek that information somewhere else one way or another. People like Iman, Luke Belmar, Ty Lopez, these are all what we call info product owners. They have expertise in a topic, whether it be making money, fitness, dating, etc., and they sell information on that topic. The influencers that you know and love, they all cash in on this $8 billion a year industry. And guys, that's what it's at right now. Here in the next 5 years, this industry is expected to be worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. Similar to the California gold rush of 1849. And this is the first example I want to give you. Just like the gold rush in 1849, the rise of self-education is creating a digital gold rush online. This is the modern day gold rush. And just like then, 99% of people that got rich did so not by digging for gold, but by selling pickaxes, shovels, and tools to the miners. So instead of us trying to strike gold by creating a complex online business, instead we're going to sell shovels to everyone that is flocking online in search of knowledge and education. So how does this beginner-friendly business model work? And how can you cash in on the digital gold rush? Here's how it works. There are thousands of online influencers that sell expensive products. If you've ever seen this ad, Ty Lopez ran this ad. It got, I think, 80 million views, and he was making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a month from this ad going to a digital product online. So these ads, these organic presences, these people's TikTok accounts, they get thousands of leads every single month from people that are interested in buying their programs, courses, and coaching. And these calls are then taken by a closer, resulting in money coming into the business. Now, a better example of this, someone runs an ad, or they have traffic, or they get leads, or they have a social presence, whatever it is. These create leads, okay? All these people that are interested in buying the product are what we call leads. These leads are then booked on a calendar with a sales team, and the sales team then closes them and collects cash for the business. And this is where you come in. You can either be the appointment setter that books the leads into the calendar, or you can be the closer that actually closes the deals, and you get paid a percentage of the price that you sold. In every single info product company, there are two key roles that bring in all of the revenue: the appointment setter and the closer. The appointment setter fills the calendar and is paid 3 to 5% commission on the deals that are closed from their efforts. And the closer is paid on average 10% commission for actually closing the deal and collecting payment. On a good offer, appointment setters usually make $3,000 to $10,000, and closers can make anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000. When I was a closer full-time at my peak, I was making between $20,000 and $30,000 every single month like clockwork because of this business model. This is not revenue, by the way. This is profit. So all of the numbers that you see, all of the results you see, all of the wins that you see in this video, these are profit. We don't speak in revenue. We speak in cold hard cash hitting your bank account. This business model is exactly what these people used to make up to $5,000 in a single day. Again, profit. Daniel here, $530 from DM setting. Mason Lloyd, $8,000 in the first 2 weeks of April. Zach, $5,000 in a single day. And Gavin, $880 from a single day's work. What I just described to you is what we call remote sales. It is the opportunity of a lifetime, and it is the best business model for beginners out there in the world right now. And now I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step roadmap to $10,000 a month with this business model. The 5-step process to hitting $10,000 a month with remote sales is the following. Number 1, practicing your skill set. Number 2, finding what we call an IBO. Number 3, landing a gold mine offer. Number 4, the warm up. And number 5, hitting your stride. If executed correctly, you should be proficient at remote sales in 30 to 60 days. You should be on a gold mine offer shortly after, and you should be getting your first commission check literally 2 weeks after you are on your gold mine offer. So, step 1, practicing your skills. You actually have to get good at sales if you're going to get into this game. This is a non-negotiable. And in reality, I don't ever want to get into a game where I'm not actually good. I want to be talented. I want to be skilled, and I want to be elite at what I do. Sales is a performance-based game, so if you suck, you're not going to make any money. But if you are good, because it is commission, you make as much money as you want to because you're paid for your performance opposed to a salary or a fixed base. Sales is a skill in the same way that boxing or MMA is a skill. So how do boxers become good? Well, coaching, repetition, and practice. Inside of my community, we call this sparring. We call it sparring partners or running a mock call, but you're basically sparring the same way you would at a boxing gym. So here's exactly how to train with a sparring partner. So you want to find a friend that will practice with you. One person is the prospect, the other is the closer. And the prospect acts like the call is real and you try to close them. The key is to make it seem like a real sales call. That way you can actually get real effective practice. Record the call on Zoom and watch it back to see where you could have done better. And guys, this simple training method is how I got really good at sales. I practiced all the time. I recorded all of my calls and I watched my calls back so I can see, oh, I should have said this. Maybe I could have handled this better. And over time, you will get better and better and better through repetition. Do this every single day and you'll get better every single time. So here's exactly how to run a sparring call. So you have the intro of the call, right? You set the frame. Hey, so this is going to take 45 minutes. We're just going to go over this. Then you have the digging phase, right? You start digging to uncover information about why the prospect is there, what they're looking for, and what their goals are. So get their current situation. Then you want to uncover their pain points. Everyone has pain, okay? Pain isn't always some big dramatic thing, but pain could be, yeah, I don't like my job. I don't like the quality of my life. The why for them wanting to make a change. Why now? Why not later? What reasoning for them wanting to make a change? You need to go very deep on those. Then you make your offer. Once you have a gap created from their current situation to where they want to be. So let's say they work a 9 to 5, they hate their life, and they want to be making 10K a month. They want to be working remote. They want to be going to Miami. Then you have a gap and you can understand where they are, where they want to be. And if you think your offer can help them, you make your pitch. Once you make your pitch, you handle objections. Guys, objections are a part of sales. They will always come up and you need to be able to handle them. So when you get the I need to think about it, you get the I need to speak with a partner, you need to know how to handle those. Then you close, you handle the objections, you take payment on the call, and you onboard them. So guys, the sales framework that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you shoot us a DM on Closer Cartel's Instagram page, my team will go ahead and send this exact framework over to you so you can actually run through a mock call or run through a sparring call with one of your buddies and actually improve your skill set. Once you know how to do a mock sales call, you still need to act like a pro boxer. Decent boxers go to a gym, they watch YouTube videos, and they do a few classes. But the pros, they know that they need to hire a coach who's an expert in what they teach. This is my best kept secret as to why I get good at things so quickly. So if you guys follow me online and you see me shooting guns, you see me boxing, doing all these crazy things, the reason I'm able to do so is because I pay people to learn. Whether it's business, shooting guns, boxing, fighting, MMA, I go find an expert, I pay that expert for their time, and I learn much quicker than anyone else that tries to do it on their own. So you can watch all the free videos online and get decent, but if you want to be the best you can be, you need to learn from the best. Smart people pay experts to cut their learning curve by months or even years and get success even faster. So step 2 is finding an IBO. So what is an IBO? Guys, IBO is short for ideal business owner. This is the business owner that you're going to be working for and you're going to be actually closing deals or setting for. So here's some examples. Greg O'Gallagher, David Omari, Sebastian Escueda, Iman Gadzhi, Section Kareem. All of these people sell info products and you can kind of see a pattern here, right? Their bios look the same. It's like a free link. It's, hey, like join this, DM me this. These are all people that sell high ticket info products. These are anywhere from $2,000 all the way up to $50,000. These people are the ones we want to work with and sell for. A good IBO will make your life 10 times easier and you will make insane money. So an ideal business owner are experts in their craft who sell a high ticket offer. Guys, you do not want to work for anyone that's selling an offer less than $3,000. Next, they have a big personal brand. This means a lot of leads and a lot of money for you. And finally, they have respected mutuals. So you know they're legit. They're not a scammer. They get results for people, and people in the industry and sort of in this info product space, they follow them as well. Your goal is landing an interview so that you can get hired. There are a few key ways to do this. But first, let's clean up your online presence and look professional. Guys, perception is reality. And this is my student Mason. He makes $20,000 to $30,000 a month in commissions. He just bought his dream car and his Instagram is awesome. He looks like a kid on the come up. He moved to Miami from Alabama. He's reading a great self-development book. He's like not doing trashy things. He looks well put together. This looks like someone that I would want to hire, right? His IG is clean, professional. It's not full of dumb stuff. And he looks like a person that is chasing greatness. So delete your old graduation photos, your partying, your sports, whatever it is, and make sure that you look the part of someone trying to work with big businesses. Guys, step one in actually working with big people is to look the part. I'm never going to hire somebody or a sales rep that just doesn't look professional, because they represent my company, and they're usually the first line of communication that prospects and leads have with me is through my sales team. So you need to look the part as well. And step one is cleaning up your social presence. Once your IG, your online resume looks good, let's start finding our IBO. So method number one is the direct method. You want to go direct to them via DM, email, text, etc. So guys, the direct method, you find someone online that sells a high ticket product. How do we know? They have a DM me, a keyword. So for example, this is KT Hustles. One of my sales reps manages his sales process and makes $40,000 a month from it. KT does, I think, $700,000 a month. You can see here it says DM me learn to start your Amazon grind. That's what we call a call to action. And if anyone has a call to action in their bio, they sell a high ticket offer. So use popular social sites like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and get in contact with IBOs. So your simple goal is to find them, qualify them, and then reach out. Your DM should never be selfish and should instead be something like, hey, name, been following you for a long time, love what you guys do, and I'm looking for a new sales role. Your company was top of mind. If you guys have any room on your team, I'd be happy to interview. Have a great day. And don't leave it at that. Follow up, be persistent. Actually treat this like you're a salesperson, because the reality is all these people DM me all day. They try to get work, they try to get a job with me, and they never follow up. And I know that person's not serious, because if you're a good salesperson, you follow up until somebody tells you to fuck off. Next, we have the platform method. I like to call this the spider web, because you're going to find one IBO and you're going to let the algorithm help you find more. So let me show you this exactly. You have to do this on your desktop. This doesn't work on mobile, but we'll use KT again as an example. If I click this little plus icon beside the DM button, it will pull up similar accounts to KT. So literally looking at this, I know this industry very well. All of these people, except for one of them, sells an info product. All of these people need sales reps. So these are all IBOs. And you can find one person, click the spider web, and then find more. And then you click that person, you click the spider web, you find even more. So if you can find just one person, which anyone can do in about 5 minutes, you have an infinite number of IBOs and ideal business owners for you to reach out to. Method number 3 is the network method. You need a personal brand and connections to really utilize this method, but this is the most powerful one once you can actually crack the code. So guys, the network method is something that is more difficult to just completely start brand new with. If you have no connections, no experience, no sort of online resume, it may not work. But I want to tell you guys about this because it is the most powerful method. If you can get one connection in the info product space, maybe you even have that already, a buddy, maybe someone you know is a sales rep for a big info product company or just a brand or an influencer. If you can just get one connection, build a good relationship with that person, and then ask them for referrals. Be like, hey man, I love what you do. I know your sales team is full, but do you know any of your buddies that are looking for closers or for setters? And that will very, very easily get you top tier sales gigs. Also, the perception of you doing this is very important. Guys, I recommend you try to build some sort of a personal brand. Build up your Twitter, build up your Instagram, make content about, hey, I closed $1,000 today. Hey, I'm getting into this sales journey. I'm actually doing the thing, because then it looks like you're working your ass off. And all business owners are looking for is certainty in hiring sales reps, okay? Sales reps are the most expensive mistake to get wrong when you hire, because you burn leads, you burn advertising costs, you burn reputation and perception to the people you speak with. So they just want to know that you're going to get the job done. So if you can communicate that, whether it be your social media or through the DMs or through just a relationship, you will get a sales gig. And this is the easiest way to do so. Now look, this is where 95% of your competition will quit. It might take 10 to 100 to even maybe 500 DMs before you land an interview. But this is literally the only thing between you and $10,000 to $30,000 a month. It is getting on an interview and having the skill set to back it up. So guys, it may be difficult, it may take some time, but this is the hardest part of this entire journey, okay? So if you can get over that, you will flourish and you will prosper in this sales space. So let's talk about step 3, landing a gold mine offer. Once someone replies, they'll want to get on an interview with you or someone on their team. They want to actually speak with you and see if you have what it takes. Now, everyone needs sales reps, everyone in this space, but there's a lot of shitty sales reps out there. So all they want to know is, can you get the job done? The offer owner will immediately be able to gauge your skill set, your work ethic, and your familiarity with the info product space. And this is why you can't really fake it till you make it, and why investing in elite coaching is such a big advantage. But remember, these guys need good talent. This isn't some high pressure interview. This isn't like corporate America. If you get on an interview and you show up and you're confident and you just present yourself well, you will get hired. Guys, nailing an interview is not that difficult. I recommend you show up, you be professional. If they have any sort of like hiring onboarding, like, hey, wear a white shirt to the call, or hey, fill out this form, or hey, did you read all of the documentation and see like a hidden keyword that they're going to ask you on the call? Make sure you pay attention to those things, because myself and all of the clients we work with, we all hire very stringently. So if there is a little detail, you don't want to miss it, because attention to detail is key. And it's a really good sign of whether you're going to be a good hire or a bad hire. The next thing I recommend is asking them questions. So when you get on an interview, ask them, hey, like, what does your top sales rep make? Awesome. Okay, like, what sort of intangible qualities does the best performer on your team have that I could embody and be another asset to you guys? Like, if you ask questions to them and you don't just sit there and get interviewed, you look like a closer. You look like a sales rep, and you're going to stand out compared to everyone else that gets on these calls and is just like, please hire me, please give me a job. Step 4 is the warm up, aka your first $5,000 to $7,000 months with remote sales. If you're a complete beginner right now, this will probably be via appointment setting. If you've already done sales before, you can probably skip this step. Either way, appointment setting is the easiest way to start making a full-time income online. Let me show you an example of this and what it looks like in action. So again, remember the keywords, the CTAs I told you guys. So let's say Amazon. And by the way, this is a real TM conversation from one of our students in our community. So a prospect will reach out and say, Amazon, that's the keyword. You say, hey, what's up? Thank you for reaching out. Just have a few quick questions to see if we can help you. Obviously, you just came from the story we posted, but it looks like you want to learn how to sell on Amazon. Do you work right now? Or what's the main reason you're looking to get started? Yeah, I'm looking to make money with Amazon. I currently work a 9 to 5. So then you're going to say, gotcha. So is the main goal to like leave the 9 to 5? If so, how much do you need to be making to go ahead and do that? And the reason being is you want to qualify them for 2 things: qualify them for income and qualify them for desire. So yeah, my goal is to leave. I want to get out of my 9 to 5. Good, green flag. The next sign is, yeah, I need at least 5K a month to leave. That means they make 5K a month right now and they can probably afford our offer. So then we want to get urgency and an actual timeline. So, hey, how long have you been wanting to leave? And what have you tried so far, like in terms of making money online? I tried Amazon on my own. It didn't really work. I've been wanting to leave for the past 2 years. Gotcha. So, well, if this has been a goal for the past 2 years, like what makes it important right now, if I may ask? And what we want to do here is double down and make them kind of commit some sort of urgency. So, yeah, I've tried this before. Well, okay, if you've tried it before, why are you still at your job? Well, I just need to, I need to take a leap. I'm sick of it. I want to get out. Like, there's a pain point there, and we want to bring that to the surface. So then we want to say, yeah, I heard you. So good news is we've helped a lot of people doing what you're trying to do. Obviously, this is a mentorship, and I don't know how the nitty gritty of it yet, but let's say the program was exactly what you needed to leave your job. Do you have $5,000 to $6,000 available to invest in the coaching and for your store? We just want to see if we can help. So they say, yes, I do. We say, perfect. Well, we want to get you on a longer call with one of our coaches just to see if we can help you 100%. Here's the link to book a call. All I ask is you choose a time that you're 100% good for and you're not going to be distracted. So make sure you're not in a car, you're at home, you're able to sit down and focus on the call. And then you just send the booking link, you get confirmation of where they booked, you tell your sales team your job is done, okay? That is it. So if it seems simple, it's because it is. Setting is the easiest way that I ever made money online in my career. And all you're doing is qualifying them for income, interest, and desire. And if they are, you book them on the calendar. So basically, can you afford this? Why do you want to do this? Why now instead of another time? And then you send them a calendar link and have them book with a sales team. Guys, that's all you're doing as an appointment setter. And once you master setting, you're ready for the big leagues of becoming a closer. So this is step 5, which is hitting your stride. This is scaling to $10,000 a month or more. The reason we encourage becoming an appointment setter first is because you already have 2 of the most important things needed for closing: an offer and some sales skill. Being a closer versus setter is a little bit more difficult, but only because the skill set goes deeper. So here's exactly how a master sales rep should sound. The call I'm about to show you was an offer that I have never ever sold before. I never practiced. I never even had a script. I never had a framework. And I took the call for a friend of mine's e-com offer. I took this on a whim just to prove to people how easy sales is once you master the skill. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this here for you guys. We're going to chop it up a little bit so it doesn't take 30 minutes. But I want you to watch and listen to what a master sales rep sounds like. Again, I never sold this before, and this call took me 30 minutes to close a deal paid in full. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing perfect. How are you doing?
I am so good. It's a beautiful day. Your application is solid. You can tell a lot about a person by the way they respond to questions, and you seem to have like a very good mindset of things and a very good like outlook on what you're trying to do. So these calls are super chill. I'm simply just going to see if we can help you get where you want to go in business and life. And if so, I'll show you how. If not, I'll point you in the right direction nonetheless.
No problem at all.
Awesome. So let's get started with just tell me a little bit about like what's going on right now with you and ecom. Like, are you involved already? Are you trying to get started? Do you have some experience? Like, what does that look like?
No experience whatsoever.
Okay.
I recently probably started like 1.5 months back.
You could maybe figure it out in 2 or 3 years, or you could be intelligent and save 2 to 3 years of your life and get success quicker. So I love that you see that already. That's phenomenal. So
because I've already wasted like 8 years trying different things. So I have learned my lessons.
Smart man, very smart man. What has prompted you, just probably just because everything is going on e-commerce, why do you not want to run the family business, or do you want to learn e-com for the family business?
Okay, fine. Let me explain things to you. Running a family business, that means involving like doing a transaction of around
very easy for us to teach you, even as a beginner, what to do. Like we've done it so many times, but it's hard to get people to like have a good purpose and a good why for what they want to do. So you already have like the heavy lifting done, which is awesome. What is your, back to like actual ecom specific stuff? What is your knowledge? Because you are a beginner, but like what is your knowledge of everything? Like if you got the actual information on, hey, here's the best way to source products, here's the best way to use TikTok, here's the best way to use TikTok Shop, here's how to make ads, here's how to build a team, everything. Do you think that is all you need to like hit the ground running and actually get success with something?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
If we show you what we do, I am fully confident that you will be successful with it. Like there's not a doubt in my mind. TikTok Shop, still Facebook ads, but like TikTok's better, to be honest, lower CPMs. Where to source actual products, how to actually add margin on the back end of your products instead of just worrying about a little bit of a front end margin, like your CPMs, how to actually do it the right way. And then on top of that, how to actually build out like a team, how to hire VAs, how to hire whatever you need to where you're a true business owner and you're not just some guy that's like, oh, I run TikTok ads. You know what I mean? Like create a real business where you're making real money with a real product, right? So we do this in a very straightforward way. So there is the course, which I just mentioned, but on top of the course, there is coaching. So you get 3 live coaching calls every week with Sebastian, Tim, and Corey, which are his business partners. The reason we do that is we want you to watch the course so that you have the knowledge. Like, for example, the analogy I always give people, who do you think would get more value from spending a day with LeBron James? A kindergartner or a D1 college basketball player?
D1 basketball player.
Why?
Because, that's his domain. That's what his passion is.
Exactly. So that's why the course is there. It's to get you up to speed. So you mentally know everything that's going on. And then you can understand what information you are missing because it's different for everybody, or what questions you have, or hey, I need a little bit of help with this, or hey, can you review the store? That's where the live coaching comes into play. So that there is no gap in any information. There's no gap in like, oh, I don't know how to do this. There's literally no gap in a single thing. And then on top of that, there's a community. So this is something that people love. We have an amazing community. It's full of people that all are trying to make money in e-commerce. Very supportive. They keep each other accountable.
Like I was a little bit skeptical that will it work or would it not? So
we want you to ask questions because the more questions you ask, the more information you get. The more information you have, the better success you're going to have.
So what's the next step then?
I'll put it in the WhatsApp as well as I'll put it in Zoom chat for you right now. So as soon as you actually get that processed, you get immediate access. So you're going to get access to the Discord, the course, get in to see the coaching calls, everything. That way you can hit the ground running and get to work.
Guys, that is the call. So I closed that deal, and that is how smooth you should sound once you're a master in the skill of sales. The offer that I sold was $3,000, and for about 20 to 30 minutes of my time, I made $300 commission. And the cool thing is, realistically, you can do that 2, 3, 4 times a day and make $300 to $1,200 a day profit from being a closer. Now, do you see how simple of a business model this is and why it is perfect for anyone beginning online business? This business model is the reason we have so many success stories. Our students work very hard and they earn every bit of their success. But only a fool would miss the fact that they're complete rookies in the world of business and they're still making 6 figures. And that is the beauty of remote sales. It is unfair leverage. You have Danny Pauling, who collected $500,000 in a month. That means at 10% commission, he made $50,000. We have Mason, $34,000 profit in a month. Devin, $18,000 profit in a month. And John Martin, who is a complete beginner, $1,700 in a single day. Now listen, I want to give you guys the harsh truth. If you try this on your own, you'll probably take 2 to 3 times longer to get to that $10,000 a month mark than most of our students. So why is that? Well, guys, just like any other skill, it will take you a while to become elite at sales on your own. You'll probably make mistakes with outreach that hurts your odds of landing an offer greatly. And you're probably not 100% clear on the strategy you need when it comes to actually closing deals. But the fix to these issues is pretty simple and is very worthwhile. Because like I said at the beginning, this industry is on fire and you could be the next one to capitalize on it. I have business owners asking me every single day for elite closers and setters, and I literally don't have enough of them. This is an imbalance in the market, making it a prime opportunity for you to get in today and take advantage of the disparity between the supply and the demand. So if you've ever wished for an opportunity to get in on a big trend early, right? We missed Bitcoin. We missed the drop shipping wave in 2016. We missed the SMA wave. This is the next big trend and you have the chance to capitalize on it. This is your chance. The creator economy will conservatively do a 5 to 10x over the next few years, meaning billions of dollars are going to be flowing in between people's hands. It's already massive today. Like I showed you before, it's $8 billion, if not more, in just 2024 alone. And becoming a sales rep in this space is the only way that you can grab 3 to 10% of a company's revenue for yourself. When you have a pie that is that big paired with supply shock, very low supply of closers meeting demand, It means that everyone who was early to the party, aka you, is absolutely going to print money. Why else do you think we're able to get college dropouts making as much money as doctors? Guys, these are 20-year-olds that have never had experience in business, and they work hard. They work their ass off. They put the time in, but the vehicle is giving them unfair leverage compared to other business models out there right now, because there's clearly an imbalance between supply and demand. These companies need you so badly that they will pay you handsomely. Guys, if you don't know, I actually have a software company off the back of my other companies that is called Closify. And it is basically an Indeed or a hiring platform for sales reps to come in and get a gig in this info product space. So businesses will come on the platform, they'll make a job post, the sales reps will go on the platform, they'll look for a job, and we're basically connecting the two. And I can tell you from having firsthand experience staffing some of the biggest info product companies in the entire world with closers and with setters, that there are not enough of them. We have a massive shortage in this space right now of talented salespeople. And if a company finds a good salesperson, they do not want to let them go. So they will pay you very, very, very well for the rest of your entirety in sales. So if you're curious about getting into remote sales, the way I see it, you have two options. Option number one, you take all the information in this video on my YouTube channel and you bank on the chance that you figure everything out yourself. And while that could happen, you're going to waste months, if not years, going through all the trial and error yourself. In the long run, it'll end up being much more expensive and stressful than it should have been, and you'll miss out on a ton of money that you could have made had you just started off on the right foot. Not to mention the fact that doing things the right way feels a lot better and is a hell of a lot more fun. And your chance of quitting after hitting a road bump is extremely, extremely high. Guys, I see this time and time again where someone gets into something, they don't do it the right way, and they think, oh, this is a scam, it's not for me. When in reality, they just didn't do it the right way. Option number two is learning directly from myself and my world-class coaching staff on how to become elite at sales, how to land a gold mine offer, and how to scale to $10,000 a month. Guys, getting into business solo is difficult. This is me in 2020 with one of my first big clients. This is Austin Rutherford. I love this guy. He was one of the first people that took a chance on me. And I was 20 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. And it took me so much longer to actually make money online and be successful because I tried to do it myself. I had an ego problem. I didn't want help from anybody. I didn't want to invest in coaching. And it took me years to get to that 20, 30K a month mark, when in reality, it should have taken me 3 to 6 months. Simply put, it's difficult because you've probably never done it before. You need to know every step ahead of you. You need to know how to adjust if you hit road bumps. You need to know how to keep yourself on track and disciplined. And honestly, this is where most people fail because they simply can't get themselves to do what is needed for a long enough time frame for them to actually see success. I just gave you guys all the information that you technically need in this video to go get results. But 95% of people watching this will still never act on it. If all you need was information, guys, the internet is free. Everyone in the world would be rich. We live in the information age. There's more information than you could ever consume. So clearly, information does not equal money. What you need is something more. You need specialized information, aka the stuff that is not publicly shared because it's worth its weight in gold. You need an expert holding your hand every step of the way to ensure that you're on the right path. And most of all, you need something that is battle tested. Basically, you want to see someone else that has went into the uncharted waters before you, and they came out on the other side much richer than when they started. You don't want to be the guinea pig. You want to be able to follow a proven process that has already gotten a bunch of other people rich. So that way you can just do it the same way you know already works. And that is exactly why we created Remote Protocol. Every single success story and win in this video is from a student inside of our community. We wanted to make learning sales and making your first $10,000 online accessible to literally anyone. And if you're curious, let's take a look at what you get when you join Remote Protocol. You will get access to over 20 hours of in-depth training modules, covering every single thing that you need to know in order to become an elite sales rep. You'll also get access to our proven frameworks, scripts, plug and play templates, and even business and tax planning to save you as much money as possible once you are making 6 figures. We literally cover every single thing that you could ever think of when it comes to mastering sales, preparing for outreach, tracking down IBOs, nailing the interview, setting deals, closing deals, maximizing commissions, and getting to that North Star of $30,000 a month. Remote Protocol is comprised of 5 phases. Phase number 1, the introduction. We'll teach you all of the fundamentals of remote sales and even the info product space as a whole. Phase number 2, appointment setting. Your appointment setting masterclass. Again, this is legitimately the easiest way to ever make money online. Orson is a perfect example of this. He made $1,500 in 8 days using the insights from just this module, even though he was previously working at a restaurant. Phase number 3 is remote closing. This phase alone is worth 10 times the price of admission into our program because it by itself could take you to those 10 to 30K months. Using the insights from this module, CJ was able to do over $6,000 profit in a single day. Check the date of that. This was this year. Phase number 4 is objection handling. This skill is what separates the good closers from the great closers. And we give you the entire objection handling process so that way you're closing at an elite percentage. Phase number 5, gold mine offers. This explains in depth exactly what you need to do in order to truly maximize every single one of your commission checks and what it looks like to be on a goldmine offer. Again, when you're on a goldmine offer, this is exactly what a normal day could look like for you. Guys, this is Garrett. He joined our program as a complete beginner. This is literally this month. Thanks to this group, I'm on pace for $10,000 this month. Thank you, Luke. We're including our entire Sales Ops program as well inside of Remote Protocol. Guys, Sales Ops is a dedicated program focused only on helping you land a goldmine offer in no time. So not only are you getting all of the sales education and training, but you're also getting an entire standalone program to ensure that you land a goldmine offer. Because guys, the offer is the hardest and most important part of this entire game. If you get on a good offer, everything is easy from there. Inside of Sales Ops, you're going to learn the best industry secrets when it comes to getting your profiles ready for outreach and optimizing your outreach scripts, our highest converting strategies when it comes to landing interviews with the most desirable IBOs on the market, and the exact proven process that all of our students and all of our success stories used to land their goldmine offers as well. And guys, that is just the start. You're going to be getting even more when you join Remote Protocol. On top of the entire RP curriculum and Sales Ops, we're adding live coaching for the first time ever. That's right, not just a course, but live coaching with one of our expert sales coaches, as well as a call a week with myself. Keep in mind, our coaches are some of the most elite remote closers in this entire business space. To be a coach at Remote Protocol, you have to earn at least $20,000 a month on your own offer every single month. And our guys do between $20,000 and $40,000 a month. So these calls are priceless when it comes to objection handling, sales psychology, sales process, and more. What we already offer is leaps and bounds above anyone else in this entire space. And trust me, I'm inside of every program out there. I know exactly what everyone else is offering. And we wanted to make the absolute best program for you to get to $10,000 a month. But as with all things, we had to push the envelope even further. So we had to create a community that was so good that it becomes its own phenomenon. Our actual education content is the best in the game, but I'm convinced that our community alone could motivate and empower you to get to that $10,000 a month mark. No matter how good the education is, if there's not an environment that pushes you every day to be your best self, it's worthless. Which is exactly why when you get access to Remote Protocol, you're also getting access to the #1 private sales community in the entire info product space, with wins like this coming in every single day. Guys, take a look at these. I'm not even going to read through all of these because there are so many, but every single day in our wins channel inside of our community, there are people making ridiculous money. $500, $1,000, even $5,000 a day, or like Danny making $50,000 a month. When students are sharing wins like that daily, it's hard for you to get complacent or to lose hope. You will always have someone to spar with. You will always have someone that you can help sharpen your skill set. You will always have someone who's a couple steps ahead of you and willing to help you out. But most importantly, you will never feel like you're alone on this journey. And I cannot stress the importance of being in a community like this. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're living around lazy, unmotivated, unathletic losers, you will be the 6th loser. But if you hang out with people that are making $10,000 or even $20,000 a month, chasing their dreams, living a good lifestyle, you will also be the 6th person that does that. You feed off their work ethic, their habits, and their skill set. But most importantly, you see every single day people doing exactly what you want to be doing. That's the most important part of having a community like this. So many of you right now probably feel alone in your online business journey. Nobody to support you, nobody to hold you accountable, and nobody to sharpen you up. The reason why our students get the best results in the industry is simply because we're constantly building each other up. We want to see each other win. Our community will ensure that we get the 1,000th percentile out of you. We want you to be absolutely elite. And to do this, we will quickly answer any questions you have. We'll put you in a mastermind full of winners in your industry, and we'll give you the best opportunities to network and grow with the other closers in this space. So let's pause for a minute. Do you want to know the main reason why beginners fail in online business? It's usually because they go through a course and they have nobody to answer their unclarified questions, or nobody makes sure they're on the right path. So inevitably, doubt creeps in. And guys, you probably have felt this on your journey already. And slowly yet surely, they start to give up a little bit at a time until eventually they've given up completely and they're back to square one. Even though they had all of the correct information in front of them, they didn't have anyone to make sure they actually took action. And this is why we will not let that happen to you. Even when you don't feel like it, we will force you to be great. To double down on this, we also are adding one-on-one student success concierge to answer any questions or concerns that you have at any given time. So if you have a roadblock, you have a problem, you have doubt creep in, there's somebody there to take a call with you and get you back on track. And to triple down on this, you'll get access to weekly live coaching calls exclusively for RP students. On these calls, we will unmute you and you can ask us about anything that you need currently, whether it be business or life questions. We can review calls with you. We can help guide you with your outreach. We can do group sparring sessions to sharpen your skill set. Literally any support that you need, we will provide for you. If it isn't clear already, there should be absolutely zero reason that you do not see results with Remote Protocol. We've built so many touch points when it comes to accountability, development, and guidance that all you need to do that all you need to do is show up and listen. And you'll be hitting your personal goals in no time. Additionally, when you invest in Remote Protocol today, you're going to get lifetime access to updates forever, free of charge. Now listen, I want to make something very clear. No matter how little capital you're starting with, no matter how little experience you have in the business world, and no matter how prepared you feel about starting your online business, Remote Protocol can and still will work for you. Most of our best student success stories were students who had previously never made money online, never sold anything in their entire life, and never really saw success in their lives before. Not to mention the fact that most of them are in high school or college, so they don't even have a degree. These students have so much more room to grow in all areas of their life. Yet, they were still able to come into our community and start making $10,000 to $30,000 a month in no time. Kishan is one of our head sales coaches. He makes $40,000 a month right now managing KT Hustle sales process and closing. Guys, he just bought his dream car. He bought a BMW M4 brand new. And when I met Kishan, he was a 20-year-old frat guy living in a frat house at his college. And now he's printing money online and is one of the best sales reps in this entire space. Or Mason, he was nearly couch surfing to making $34,000 a month and buying his dream car, which is this beautiful Mercedes. Or Tret, who doubled down to his last $3,000. He scrounged up literally his last penny to get into our program, and he made $28,000 this month. Guys, why wouldn't you want to be the next student success story, buying your dream car, or taking care of your mom, or going on that trip? Joining RP today is a massive step in the right direction. So let's recap everything you get inside of Remote Protocol. You get access to the full Remote Protocol program. You get the full access to our Sales Op program. You get private access to mastermind call recordings, exclusive private community, one-on-one concierge support at any time, bi-weekly live coaching calls, and lifetime access to all updates free of charge. And by the way, we're about to increase the price of Remote Protocol. We may even make this a yearly subscription. So you will get in for a single price and you will not have any of those future things affecting you. I have to be honest with you guys. In the past, I couldn't ever imagine charging less than $3,000 to be coached by myself and my team. Guys, to be honest with you, I spend up to $100,000 a month on literally payroll for my team and for my coaches to even make this program a reality. I mean, we have hundreds of students making six figures a year, so why would I? The value is clearly there. And I knew this because we now charge $5,000 for our hands-on private mastermind coaching. But in that process, I forgot to account for something that hits very close to home. You know, it's been a few years, but guys, a few years ago, there was absolutely no way that I could afford a $3,000 to $5,000 program. This is a real picture of me. I think I was like 16 in this picture. You can see how shitty the house I grew up in is. We had like insulation hanging out the door because it was so cold in my house. We had one heater, so in the winters it was freezing. Like we had mismatched furniture, our countertops were gray, our table was orange. It was a mess. I grew up very, very poor. I did not have a lot of money, and I could not afford to invest in a program like this. So no matter how good it was, no matter how badly I wanted to jump on the opportunity, I financially could not do it. And I was failing to account for just how much my audience right now, they can't afford $5,000 the same way that I couldn't. And I want to get you guys started on the path of financial abundance and change your life the same way that I did. So hopefully in the next 12 months, you can spend $5,000 on yourself without sweating. Or even better, spend $5,000 on someone else without sweating about it. Go get your mom something. Go take your family on a trip. That is what life is about. Either way, my team and I wanted to release a product that is attainable for someone at any level, with the goal of being able to help you make your first $5,000 to $10,000 a month with remote sales. So the price of Remote Protocol is not $5,000. It's not even 50% of that. The price today is not $5,000. It's not $25,000. It is only $997. And that's not $997 a year. That's not $997 to get access to a portion of the program or maybe one of the programs that is included. That is a one-time investment of $997 to get access to the entire program for the rest of your life. But listen, we're getting a huge influx of students at this price point at the time of recording this. And eventually, we'll have to not only raise the barrier to entry, but also continue to reinvest in more coaching, more resources for our students, and more team members. And that incurs a very heavy expense on my end, which means a price raise is coming in the very near future, like I said before. I know that $997 might be a stretch for some of you right now, but the last thing that I want to see happen is you procrastinate on getting in today when the price is $15,000 or $2,000 in a month. And then you can't justify paying 50% more. So I'm telling you, if you have even the slightest urge to pull the trigger today, do it. But listen, forget about the $500 price raise that's coming and think about this. Every single month that you spend spinning your wheels now has a price tag associated with it because you now have the knowledge, or at least the idea, that the potential to make this much money is real. You've seen the results. You've seen all of these kids doing the same thing. I'm giving you the exact blueprint you need to make $10,000 to $30,000 a month online. So every month you spend making $0 and sitting on the sidelines, you're missing out on $10,000 or $30,000 that you could be putting right into your pocket. Your biggest expense right now is not your rent, not your car payment, it's not your dinner bills. You need to take action as soon as humanly possible, because the truth is right now is the best time for someone to become a remote closer. So listen, these IBOs will continue to pay their sales teams 10 to 15% of their exploding businesses. It's just that instead of paying you, they're going to be paying one of our other students, because you're too busy sitting on the sidelines and watching instead of taking action and getting started like you know you need to. Sorry to be this harsh, but guys, I wish I would have had someone instill this sense of urgency in me when I was younger. Because like I said, I got started at 19 and I did not make 20 to 30K a month until I was about 21. So listen, $997 is the lowest price this program will ever be offered. And you should be able to see the path clearly at this point. As long as you take action and implement what we tell you to do inside of Remote Protocol, that $997 investment into yourself will be an afterthought in just a couple of months. And hopefully in a year or so, you'll look at this $997 investment in yourself as the turning point of your online business career and the rest of your life. If you believe in fate at all, I want you to really picture this moment as being the moment where your income skyrocketed, your life's trajectory forever changed, and your financial future changed forever. If you really believe that this is possible and you believe in yourself, I want you to take action and join Remote Protocol now. If you click the button below, you will get access and you'll see the page to actually join the program. And if you have any questions that weren't answered during this video, or if you're having trouble checking out, you can visit this page to book a call with my team and we'll get you inside Remote Protocol. This is just on closercartel.com on our main website. It is 2024 at the time of recording this video. And guys, we spent the last 12 months pouring our heart and soul into making the best program that we possibly could for you. Now, we have expensive programs. We have a program that's $5,000. We have a program that's coming out here in a few months that is going to be probably $15,000. But this $997 is for you guys. This is not for me. This is for you to get started and so that you can actually access the information that you need to make your dreams a reality. Look, I grew up with nothing. I grew up on welfare. I grew up with a single mother. I had the whole sob story. And I was able to get myself to where I'm at now in Miami, retiring my mom, driving my dream cars, traveling the world, becoming friends with all the people that I looked up to online when I was broke because of the skill of sales. And I know if you put the work in, if you believe in yourself and you believe in us getting you to that end goal, I know there is no way for you to fail. So I'll see you inside Remote Protocol, and I can't wait for you to get started on your journey.